As usual, I'm very happy to have another young Indian with us. Hello, everyone. Good to be back. Right now, we have Anjali Raj with us. Let's listen to her. Over to you, Anjali.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for inviting me here for the Voice of Young India series. And I'm really grateful to you. This is a very good platform for the students and youths like us to voice out our opinions on different things. I'm really sure that everyone who has been following this must have benefited and have gotten new ideas and perspective. And also, I would like to thank you for giving me some time as I could not make it earlier. So, hello, everyone. A quick introduction of myself. I am Anjali Raj. I was born and brought up in Bihar. I have completed my bachelor's in economics from Patna Women's College and my master's in economics from Center for Economic Studies and Planning, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, India. And currently, I am enrolled in a course by Ideas. It is a course on advanced certificate program on research in political economy. Ideas stands for International Development Economics Associate, which is a network of economists all around the world uh, who are engaged in research and dissemination of the critical analysis of the economic policies and also developing the alternative framework for the current uh, paradigm of the economics, you can say. And today I would love to talk about my journey all the way here from the story of Palampur to getting familiar with Palanpur. For all those who don't know this, know Palampur and Palanpur. So Palampur is an imaginary village which I first read in the class ninth in the NCERT book, which was followed under the CBSE curriculum. And Palanpur is a real village in Uttar Pradesh, India, which has been surveyed since the 1950s, and it has been the subject of the close study for the economists all around the world, like Nicholas Stern, Peter Longer, John Dredge, Professor Himanshu, Professor Deepa Sinha, to name a few.
Yes,
Several books, yes,
yes,
sir.
it's very
Se-
famous.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Several books, reports, and working papers are available. And I mean, these are amazing and give a lot of insights on the socio-economic conditions of the place. As I mentioned earlier, that it was in class ninth when I got familiar with economics for the first time. And also in class 11th and 12th, I had economics with science stream. And this journey continued in bachelor's and master's as well. In my graduation day, uh, I got a chance to participate in a research paper presentation under the College with Potential for Excellence UGC scheme, and it was a group project. Which was and our topic was related to women entrepreneurship and facilitators and innovators related to it. And this was my first ground experience, wherein we went there, talked to the women entrepreneurs, and got to know different facets of their lives and what are the challenges. And this strengthened my motive to pursue a master's in economics. And for masters, I got into JNU. And coming to JNU from Patna Women's College was altogether a different and a new experience. The articles or the names which I used to read in books and newspapers, all the professors were there standing
Right.
in front of me. It was completely a different experience for me.
Yeah.
And I think it's also worth mentioning over here that though things are changing now, still we have long path to cover when it comes to the higher education at the state level. That exposure is still not there, which every student should get. And my academic journey in JNU, has taught me that economics is beyond demand and supply. We should think beyond the concept of homo economicus, or the concept of rational man. Everything which is ceteris paribus, uh, for a framework counts in real life and should not be seen in an isolation.
Yeah.
Then there comes the questions of then there comes the historical narrative, and with it the questions of caste, gender, and class analysis. And uh, you know while analyzing the certain situation, you just can't escape the social relation and the whole political economy beyond it, sorry, behind it. And like, while understanding the trajectory of the developing world or the global south, we just can't oust the impact of colonialism. We
Okay.
have to see it. We have to get into the historical roots. And these countries may not fit in the development models which we see in the, the mainstream paradigm, as we say. And we have to trace over there uh, the historical roots, why this is there, and how the trajectory is like this, and so on. And also, I would like to mention there is a term called methodological individualism, wherein we treat individual as a main point and analyze the actions and decisions of a person, leaving behind all the, relations, class questions, and society as a whole. And this can be traced in the transition from Adam Smith, David Ricardo, and Karl Marx to the Walrasian equilibrium and Arrow's theorem. uh, I will make it very clear that I am not against the mathematics and logics. One should learn all the mathematics, logics, and all the tools behind it. But this mechanist point of view should not be the only view.
Okay.
And in JNU, in my center, intuition has always been the priority. That is, I have learned that one should not just regurgitate the equations, rather, one should focus on learning the concepts and the motivations behind it. Uh, and I was reading Professor Krishna Bharadwaj on some issues of methods and analysis of the social change, if I remember correctly. And there was this example about the logic. In logic, we say P cannot be Q and not Q at both the times. But in
Yes.
social science, we can find the examples. Like, for instance, when England had the transition to the capitalist regime, feudal elements were present. So we can just say that there was both Q and not Q at the same time,
Yeah.
following the whole logical ordering.
Right.
So, all these readings and discussions with my professors have certainly changed my way of perceiving economics. And after coming here to JNU, I met several people with different backgrounds and different perspectives, and I attended several talks and conferences. And listening to their perspective and then thinking over it has really broadened my horizon.
Okay.
And what I like the most about my university is the interdisciplinarity of the subjects and the curriculum, and due to which I was able to choose the courses other than from the economics. I took the courses related to sociology of informal sector, where I was exposed to the challenges of informal sector in a completely different way from the point of view of sociology. And also, I did one course on economic and social life in 12th to 14th century, wherein I got to learn about the historical roots of feudalism and capitalism. And also, if I talk about my journey, in the first semester, I got an opportunity to work with FICCI as an intern. And FICCI is the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which is a connecting link between the industry and the government of India. And there, I got familiar with the office setup. And in the class, I was learning economic theories and critiques of it. And there, I was confronting the reality, how things really happen. I got the chance to watch very closely, planning a event to executing it, and also getting all the stakeholders together and working together towards a better goal. And I got the chance to attend few events which were on energy, sustainable development, mines and metals, challenges faced by them. I mean, it was a wonderful learning over there also. And also, all credits to the courses which I took over the semesters and the way they were taught. I gradually developed an interest in exploring the rural lives and the socio-economic condition of the villages. What is their, their occupation, how they live, what is the livelihood over there, and all sorts of things. And in my last semester, I had a course in labor economics. And as a team, we had to do a survey and write a report. And there our topic was Manrega workers, and we surveyed them and got the chance to interact with them. And there, it was my second ground experience, but it was more intense. There I got to know about the real problem faced by the workers. There was the problem with the fund allocation, there was the problem in the wage realization, they are facing difficulties in getting the payments. So it was altogether very different for me. Slowly it inclined me towards the heterodox economics, and slowly I started exploring the field through the lens of the political economy. And currently, as I mentioned, that I am enrolled in a certificate program by ideas, and it is helping me a lot in understanding all these heterodox approaches, certainly.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
So where are you living now? In Delhi or where are you?
Yeah, I'm in Delhi.
Okay, wonderful. And the pollution?
So the pollution is just at its worst.
Okay, all right. Okay,
Yes, sir.
anything else you want to add here?
Uh, Uh, yes, sir. Sir, I was reading about the political economy of agriculture. The journey of agriculture. We say which is marked by the transition from a food
Mm,
raiser, a chaser to a food raiser,
mm.
is some 12 to 15,000 years old. And however, there are opinions which say that this transition being controversial in the sense that was it a giant leap of the humankind, or was it the worst mistake in the history of the humankind? For instances, the pre-industrial society was organized in a different way, and there were other ways of food security. Usually, food security is seen in Malthusian concept, while uh, James Scott calls it a moral economy where people who are unable to secure food and basic things are supported by those who could secure it with certainty. And also, getting into a bit of sociological perspective with agriculture came what it is called the surplus. But handling the surplus, it became a problem. With this, we need property, and the state came into play as the competition over the limited resources increased. And I was surprised when I got to know that the eight major centers of the origin of the cultivated plants, as identified by uh, Nikolai Vavilov. The eight major centers where India, China, Central Asia, the Middle East are the contemporary centers of extreme impoverishment. What have we done to these areas over this year? And why are they shaped like this? And presently they are facing extreme poverty, and which is overwhelmingly rural. And agriculture is the world's largest employer, and at the same time they do not constitute the major proportion of the income generated. Today, the rural societies in India are characterized by the major population being into the agriculture, while the major source of income being from the non-farm. This somewhat hints at the diversification of livelihoods of, like, there are different sources of livelihoods in the rural area, as you say, by selling the dairy products, by working as a migrant laborer. And there here comes the questions of the remittances, which we often see as a major part of the rural income of the household. Rural development thus requires not only the development of agriculture but other aspects too.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah, I think you have come to a conclusion from a lot of work and a lot of analysis. Very encouraging to hear what you have to say. Okay, let's move on.
sir. Uh, Sir, I would share some clips of me playing the guitar.
Yeah, finally, let's do that. Okay,
Yeah,
let's because you can't be on. You have this other side. So let's do that. Okay, let's share the screen and let's see
yes,
your
sir.
is hobby. Let's see. Let's see. Go
Yes,
ahead.
sir.
Good.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Play. Okay, tell us about it. What's going on here?
Sir, actually, I'm playing a Indian classical raga. So, I mean, I'm very passionate about music, and music has helped me a lot evolving as a person. It has taught me discipline, perseverance, patience. Because when you play the pattern, you have to practice a lot. You have to be patient while getting to the correct note. If you have to hit the correct note, you have to practice a lot. You have to practice several techniques and exercises repeatedly, going with the same, sometimes it feels boring also that you are repeating the same pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, but
Hmm.
you have to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
And it
so
has
now let's
changed me as a person.
that was classical. Let's see the other
Yes,
side.
sir.
Let's see the other side.
Yes, sir. Just give me a second.
Sure.
Yes, sir. The video which I'm going to share now is the one where I'm playing the keyboard and my sister is playing the guitar.
Okay, let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Wonderful. That's a song from my times. So I'm
Yes,
really
sir.
happy to hear it that even the younger generation not only enjoys it, but is actually playing it. It's from my youth. So tell us about
Thank
it.
you,
How
sir.
come you playing this?
Sir, actually, it was my mom who just instilled this sense of music into both of us. Uh, in our childhood, I remember she usually played the old songs starting from the Raj Kapoor's era to Shashi Kapoor, then coming to Rishi Kapoor, and the songs of Aradhana movie, if you remember
Yeah,
Rajesh
yeah, of course.
Khanna's movie. Yeah,
I was young then.
yes, sir. And also there was this program on DD National, Rangoli,
Yes.
uh, which came every Sunday from 8 to 9, I guess.
Yeah.
So everybody was there sitting and watching those songs. So we got this listening to the old songs frequently. And then I had the training in music as well, where I got to learn the Indian classical music and how to sing properly the light music also.
Hmm. Oh, good.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It's- do you get a chance to play it professionally on the stage or just for home?
No, it is just for hobby in schools and in colleges. I play
Ah,
on the stage, but
ah,
not that professionally.
okay, wonderful. All right, that's
And
great. You are actually the first person who has played two clips. There was one other woman who played a single clip, but I'm really glad because I want the young people
the,
to show what they do, not just talk about economics. It is very important, of course, to me, but I also want to see all aspects. I'm so glad I saw your guitar and we decided that you would show us. Okay. Anything
yes,
else
sir.
you want to add here?
Sir, actually, I would like to recite one of the poems which I have written.
Wonderful. Let's do it.
Yeah. So the title of the poem is मैं और हम.
Mhm.
दो शब्द मैं और हम, कितने सहज, कितने सरल. स्त्री के अंतर मन से पूछो, जिसमें समाहित है इनकी गहराइयां. जिद कुछ कर दिखाने की, अपनी पहचान बनाने की. आसमां को छूने का ख्वाब, जमी से जुड़े रहने की जद्दोजहद. आशाएं, अपेक्षाएं, उपेक्षाएं, आपकी और मेरी. धीरे धीरे हम में घुलता मैं, या मैं को ढूंढता हम. उसके लिए मैं कब हम बन जाता है, अहले दुनिया बताना जरा. ये दो शब्द इन दो शब्दों का फासला, हैं भी क्या इतने सहज, क्या इतने सरल.
Wonderful. That is quite deep, actually. It is very good.
Yes, sir.
Shabash, beta. Well done. बहुत अच्छा है. Okay.
Thank you,
So
sir.
you are not only an economist, you are one of the few economists who actually are into the arts. Most of the
Yes,
economists I
sir.
know are out of it. Okay. They are just too dull and
Oh,
boring. But you have poetry, you have music. And okay, what else you want to add here?
oh, fingers crossed. I wish I could just continue this throughout my life.
Uh-huh.
And I just want to explore everything. I just want to read everything. And I would say to the audience watching over there, just read, read, and read. There is no alternative for this. When you read, you will get the ideas, you will get your opinion, you will know how to perceive different things. And there is a very famous quote by Albert Einstein, which my professor always used to say this in the class. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. One cannot help but be in awe when one contemplates the mystery of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. It is enough if one tries to comprehend only a little of this mystery every day.
Wonderful. All right. Shall we end it here today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So I'll be back with another young person or an expert soon, and maybe we'll catch up with Anjali in a year to see where her journey has taken her. Till then, bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.